Good morning. Today we'll be studying the second chapter of Hilchot Shevitat Asor, and this chapter is broken up into two parts. It's going to deal with first. The chapter will deal with the amount of eating and drinking one would be hayav on Yom Kippur for, and in the middle of the chapter we will shift and speak about those who are exempt and those who are obligated from fasting. So, for example, sick people or children, and we'll get into the halachot, the second half of the chapter. הלכות שביעית העשור, פרק ב' הלכה א'. האוכל ביום הכיפורים מאכלים הראויים לאדם ככותבת הגסה, שהיא פחות מקבצה במעט, הרי זה חייב. Anyone who eats on Yom Kippur foods that are fit for human consumption, the amount or the size of a thick date, that's kakotevet hagasa, which is a little bit less than a kabitza, which is about the volume of a medium-sized egg. Hareze hayav, one would be liable on Yom Kippur. And all foods combine to this measure of kakotevet hagasa. משכין הראויים לשתיית אדם כמלוא לוגמיו של השותה, כל אחד ואחד לפי לוגמיו חייב. So too, anyone who drinks something that is drinkable, fit for human drinking consumption, מלוא לוגמיו, which is a cheekful of that who is drinking. And this measure of a cheekful varies from person to person. So however much liquid fills the cheek of the individual, he would be, and he drinks that amount on Yom Kippur, he would be hayab. How much is melo lugmav? And this is almost taken verbatim from a quote by Rav Yehuda in the name of Shemuel in Masechet Yoma Daf Peh. That one should push the liquid to the side of one of his cheeks. That is melo lugmav. And this, for the average person, is less than a revi'it. And revi'it, we've mentioned many times, is around 75 milliliters. V'chol hamashkin mitztarifin l'shi'ur zeh. And all drinks, again, fit for human consumption, combined to this amount. However, foods and drinks don't combine to fulfill the measure for each other. So if you just drink half a shiur and you ate half a shiur, they don't combine. הלכה ב' אחד האוכל אוכלים המותרים או שאכל דברים האסורים כגון פיגול ונותר בתבל ונבלות וטרפות וחלב או דם הואיל ואכל אוכלים הראויים לאדם הרי זה חייב כרת משום אוכל ביום הכיפורים. Now, Rambam here lays out a very, very interesting principle for us, that one is liable on Yom Kippur if he ate things that are allowed to be eaten, and if he ate things that are prohibited to be eaten. For example, pigul. Pigul is a korban that was slaughtered with the intention to eat it after its designated time frame. And notar is meat from the korban that was left after its designated time frame. And tevel is fruits or vegetables that have not been, that terumot and masorot have not been separated for it. And a nevela is an animal that died without shehita. So, for example, the shehita was not good, and the animal was killed. Terefa is an animal that may have been slaughtered, but we found a defect after. Halev is prohibited fats of the animal, and dam is blood. All of these things are prohibited to be eaten, but because they are fit for human consumption, one would be hayav karet if he ate them on Yom Kippur. Just a quick note on the preciseness of Harambam. We talk about Harambam's preciseness all the time and his organization. Here, I would really like to point out something that I saw in Yad Peshuta, that he says, "V'tevel unvelot utrefot, v'helev odam." Nevelot and terefot and tevel would all be mitzaref to each other. So helev would also be mitzaref because it is food. However, helev and dam do not mitzaref to each other because helev is a food and dam is a drink. Therefore, Harambam, being so precise in his language, wrote ve'unvelot utrefot vehelev odam, meaning the nevelot and terefot combine to each other's measure, and helev odam, helev and dam do not combine to each other. And this is generally we say that any isur hal isur, that a second Torah isur cannot prohibit an object that is already prohibited by an isur Torah. However, this is one of the exceptions, and again, we're posek not like Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, we're posek like Chachamim, that one would be liable on Yom Kippur because it is an isur kolel, that a second isur may take effect if it includes objects that the first isur did not. So, for example, Yom Kippur prohibits not only the eating of nevelot, terefot, and all the other items that we mentioned, but it also prohibits kosher food as well. So on Yom Kippur, one would be liable twice. One for eating on Yom Kippur and one for eating things that you would be liable karet for. Halacha Gimel. If one ate or drank less than the measures that we mentioned, he would not be liable for karet. Despite the fact that Mishne Tora, you're prohibited to eat even half of the measure. And hayavin karet ela al kashiur. One would only be liable for karet if he ate the entire amount. And if a person did eat or drink half the shiur, he would be liable for the rabbinic punishment of makat mardut, that the court would designate a number of lashes, and that's the amount of lashes that he would get. If a person ate a little bit, then stopped, then ate a little bit more, and then stopped, then ate a little bit more. If from the first eating until the last eating elapsed the time that it takes a person to eat 3 medium-sized eggs, or this is also called kedei achilat pares. All of these eatings combine for the shiur. This is actually a famous mahloket between Harambam and Rashi. Harambam says that kedei achilat pares is 3 betzim, and Rashi says that it is 4 betzim. Rabbi Eliyahu ben Hayim would always give a mnemonic that in order to remember that Harambam is 3 betzim. Harambam's first name was Moshe, so 3 letters, and therefore he is of the opinion that it's 3 betzim. And Rashi, his first name was Shelomo. No, his first name was Shelomo, and he is posek that there are 4 betzim. So ve'im lav and misarefin. If a person did not eat within the time frame of shalosh betzim or kedei achilat pares, they don't combine to get together for the shiur. If a person drank a little bit, then stopped, and then drank again, and then stopped, and drank again. If from the beginning of the drinking until the end elapsed the time it takes to drink a revi'it, all of these drinkings combine for the shiur, and if not, they do not combine for the shiur. This is again seemingly from Harambam, the time it takes an average person to eat 3 bitzim and to drink 8 revi'it. That's the time frame that you have to be hayav. הלכה ה' אכל אוכלים שאינם ראויים למאכל אדם כגון עשבים המרים או שרפים באושין או ששתם משכין שאינם ראויים כגון ציר ומורייס וחומץ חי אפילו אכל ושתה מהן הרבה הרי זה פטור מן הכרת אבל מכין אותו מכת מרדות. If a person ate foods that were drinks or drank drinks that were not fit for human consumption, so for example bitter grass or spoiled syrup, or if he drank fish broth or fish oil or undiluted vinegar, all of which are not fit for human consumption. Even if he drank a lot or ate a lot of these items, one would be patur from karet. However, one would be liable for makat mardut, again, the rabbinic punishment. Halachavav, shata chometz mazug b'mayim hayav. If a person drank vinegar diluted in water, he would be liable. Hakoses pilpilin vezangevil yavesh v'chayotze bahen patur. If a person chewed on pepper or dry ginger or anything of the sort, he would be exempt. And these are all things that are considered spices. Aval zangevil ratov hayav. However, if he ate fresh ginger, he would be liable. Achal ale gefanim patur. If a person ate grape leaves, he would be exempt. But if a person ate the grape vines, he would be liable. Ve'elu hen luleve gefanim, and what are these grape vines that we're referring to? Kol shelivlu be'eretz Yisrael mirosh Hashanah ve'ad Yom Kippurim. Those grape vines that blossomed in the time in Eretz Yisrael from Rosh Hashanah until Yom HaKippurim. Yater al zeh harehem ke'etzim ufatur. V'chen kol ke'aseh bazeh. If it was longer than the time, if it was after Yom Kippur, so you have a 10-day window for them to be considered lulevei gefanim, and if they were left for longer, if it's longer than if they blossomed after Yom Kippur or before, they are considered like wood, and one would be exempt, and so too anything of the sort. Halacha 9. Achad tzili b'melach. If a person ate roasted meat with salt, mitzaref hamelach labasar. The salt is combined with the meat for the shiur. Sir she'al gabei yarak mitzaref. Broth that is with the vegetables. So for example, you have vegetable soup. מפני שמכשירי האוכל המעורבים עם האוכל הרי שהמעורבים עם האוכל כאוכל הם חשובים. So items that are prepared and mixed with food, so just like broth and vegetables are typically mixed with each other, are considered, they do combine for the shiur, and we don't say that the soup or the broth is by itself and the vegetables are by themselves, rather they combine for the shiur. היה שבע מאכילה גסה שאכל עד שקץ במזונו ואכל יתר על שבעו פטור כמי שאכל אוכלים שאין ראויים לאכילה. If a person was already satiated or full from overeating, and he spurned food, and he continued to eat after he was full, he is exempt, and it's as if he's eating things that aren't fit for human consumption. So again, patur here means you'll be patur from the dioraita punishment, but hayav midirabanan. Sorry. שאף על פי שזה היתר ראוי לרעב, אינו ראוי לכל מי ששבע כזה. Despite the fact that this food is fitting for someone who's hungry, it's not fitting for someone who's already satiated, and again, it's considered as if he is not eating foods fit for human consumption. It would be hayav midrabanan. Now we're going to shift to those who are obligated and exempt from fasting on Yom Kippur. If there was a sick person that was in danger and a life-threatening illness of some sort, who asked to eat on Yom Kippur, despite the fact that there may be expert doctors that say that he doesn't need to eat, we feed this individual until he himself says that he says enough. This is Hahami make a derasha based on the pasuk in Mishle that live yodea marat nafsho, that an individual's heart or an individual himself knows the anguish of his nefesh. So a person basically knows himself better than any doctor and can determine whether he needs to eat or not. This is in Gemara and Masechet Yoma daf Peg Gimel Amud Aleph. Amar hole eni tzarich v'arofeh amar tzarich ma'achlin oto ad piv. If the sick person said he doesn't need to eat and the expert doctor said that he does need, and just a note that here I made a mistake. He didn't. Haramam doesn't say an expert doctor. Rather, he says beharofeh. Previously, he said harofeim habikiim. So maybe even if a regular doctor, we don't need an expert to determine if he needs to eat, then we feed this individual based on the doctor's order. He doesn't necessarily have to be an expert doctor to determine if he needs to eat or not. So this is assuming that this is a professional doctor, but not a expert doctor. Difference from biki'in and omanin. Rofeh echad omer tzarich ve'echad omer eno tzarich ma'achlin oto. If one doctor says that he needs to eat and one doctor says that he doesn't need to eat, we feed this individual. Miktzat rofe'in omerim tzarich, miktzatan omerim eno tzarich, lochin achar harov o achar biki'in. If some of the doctors says we need to feed this individual and some of them say that we do not need to feed this individual, we follow the majority or we follow the experts. And this is all assuming the sick person did not say that he himself needs to eat. However, if he said he needs to eat, we feed him. If the sick person did not say that he needs to eat, and we have a split down the line that half the doctors say that he needs to eat and half the doctors say that he doesn't need to eat, and they were all experts, we feed this individual. A pregnant woman who smelled foods and suddenly was overtaken by cravings. And there's actually a very, very interesting halakha in Hilchot Ma'achalat Asurot that if something that is similar to our case, that if a pregnant woman suddenly got cravings for some type of non-kosher food or a food that is asur to eat, so like basar hikdesh or basar hazir, we feed this lady until she becomes calm. And we feed her slowly. So first we feed her less than the shiur. If she was satiated, then it's good, and we stop feeding her. But if she was not satiated, we give her small amounts, less than the shiur that she would be hayav. And if she still was not satiated, we feed her until she becomes calm. Again, if again a pregnant woman got cravings, we whisper in her ear that today is Yom Kippur. If she became calmed by reminding this to her, then great. And if she was not satiated, we feed her until she becomes calmed. So too, someone who was suddenly overtaken by extreme hunger. And Harambam describes this bulmus in Pirusha Mishnayot, that all of a sudden he feels like he's about to faint because of his hunger. And when he eats, his eyes are suddenly lightened and he's satiated. So we feed him until he is satiated and his eyes light up. Even nevelot and shekatzim and non-kosher insects, we feed this individual right away because he is in immediate danger. In contrast to the ubara, that we don't feed her right away, rather we give her a warning that today is Yom Kippur. And here with the Misha Hazal Mus, we do not whisper, give him a warning. And so too, we don't wait and look for things that are allowed to be eaten. קטן בין 9 שנים ובין 10 שנים, מחנכים אותן אותו שעות. A young boy that is 9, or from between ages 9 to 11, we condition him and train him to fast by the hours. Ketzad, how so? If this boy was used to eating 2 hours into the day, we feed him after 3 hours. If he was used to eating 3 hours into the day, we feed him at the 4th hour during the day. According to the strength of the child, we add to his deprivation in regards to these hours. So again, everything is goes by the strength of the kid. If he was 11, either whether a boy or a girl, we deprive him and we have them fast the entire fast as prescribed by the Chachamim, in order to educate them to do the mitzvot. A girl that is 12 years old and 1 day, and the boy that was 13 years old and 1 day, both of which who brought hairs in the genital area. They are considered adults for all the mitzvot, and they fast the entire fast minatura. However, if they do not have 2 hairs, they are still considered children. And they do not need to fast the entire thing, minatura, but they do need to fast midivre sofrim, as we described before. If there's a kid who is less than 9 years old, if there was someone that was less than 9 years old, we do not have them fast on Yom Kippur in order not to bring them of any sort of danger by not eating the entire day.